Hey, good evening, YouTube crew. I had something on my mind today. It's something that I don't think these people in the government have thought about. What happens to the U.S. economy when you get rid of all of the immigrants who are paying taxes, who contribute to society in a meaningful way, and in spite of what we're told, they're not criminals. These people barely want to be noticed except to get employed. Um, but what happens when you remove all of these people from the economy? What happens when a specific minority, such as black people in this country, what happens when they stop spending money, when you stop contributing? Um, I don't think anybody's thought about that, but it's something they should consider because as it stands now, the dollar is in grave, grave danger. And that's another reason why I say they haven't thought about it because, they're doing everything to make as much money as they can. But if the dollar is devalued on the world market, we're all in trouble. I don't care how much money you got, you're not going to have as much as you had before. Quite frankly, some of us in this country have learned to get along with whatever we have. And if you don't have it, you don't need it. But we don't drive Porsches or Rolls Royces. These vehicles that require high maintenance upkeep. Um, so I think we will survive. We'll survive. We'll do what we have to do. But some people, they're going to need room to ride their horses. That they are. I know they will. I want to touch back for a moment on the situation with Renee Good. It seems that ICE is on a rampage across our country. Um, something has to be done. One person said, "Oh well, maybe more white women need to get shot in order to rein them in." Let's hope that that's not the case, because nobody wants that to happen. The reality is that nobody should be shot by ICE. That's not what they were conceived for. You know, the gentleman that shot her has totally disappeared. It's like he dropped off the face of the earth. I read a report today that said, "Oh, he suffered internal bleeding." From what? When? What did he bleed from? Oh, he got hit by the car. Where? In which video? I've seen several videos, and the car never touched this guy. Matter of fact, one video I saw showed him walking away after the fact to go to his car. And what I understand is that he got in his car and drove home. One of his neighbors saw him when he arrived. And after that, he supposedly went in, packed his bags, and flew the coop. So, where is he? Is he in hiding? A very good point was brought up the other day about hiding. If you're wearing a mask in the performance of your duties, you must know that you're doing something wrong. You got to know that. FBI doesn't wear masks. Regular police don't wear masks. Hell, I don't even think the CIA wears masks. But these guys, these ICE agents, and I think calling them agents is really an overreach, they wear masks and they go out and they commit atrocious crimes against the population. We've got to figure out how that's going to be dealt with in the future. I was looking at a picture the other day of the Nuremberg trials. One thing that struck me was that there were so many defendants that nobody had on name tags. They were sitting in the docket and they all had numbers across their chests. Those numbers went up into the hundreds. So I think that, these guys that are going out here and brutalizing our citizens really need to pay attention to something like that. Because we might be going there again. We just might. All right. Listen, I need some commentary from you guys out here. I also need you to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you can. Definitely hit the subscribe button, but definitely hit the like button. Um, I hadn't been asking that in the past. I was a little excited to get on here and share what I could. But yes, please hit the like and subscribe if you can. All right? Thank you. Have a good night.